Marijuana is the third most popular recreational drug in the United States, follows alcohol and nicotine. And in fact, one of the surveys, recent surveys that was done in 2006, found that people said that about 17% of adults in the United States between ages 18 and 25 said that they have used marijuana in the past month at least once. In fact, there's a move to legalize this drug. And the reason that is quoted is the success of legalization of marijuana in Netherlands. It has been said to be successful because the price of marijuana has fallen down, resulting in fall in crime rates related to drugs, and also fall in incarceration rates. So these are some of the positives. One question that people who are against marijuana legalization say is, would it be increasing the usage of marijuana? And in Netherlands, there are two reports that I've seen. Among the adult population, the marijuana usage has remained the same after legalization, but there has been a slight increase in the usage of marijuana amongst youngsters, that is, those who are legally not allowed to use marijuana. So, and this is a very valid question to ask. Would we be having similar problems like we have with smoking and alcohol if we legalize marijuana? So the question for debate then is, should we be legalizing marijuana here in the United States? Yes.
Marijuana should be legalized for its almost similar effects to alcohol. I mean, you cannot legally drive while under the influence of alcohol to a certain point. Marijuana, you shouldn't drive if you do take it. Alcohol also can be abused, as well as drug abuse. So, in essence, since marijuana is illegal, shouldn't alcohol as well be illegal for the same destructive events as what can occur with alcohol?
Oh, me, Josh, and Sarah represent the side that is against marijuana legalization. We believe that there's absolutely no reason that marijuana should be legalized, and relating it to alcohol or nicotine is not a valid reason for wanting it to be legalized. And also, we are also cautious of the health effects that marijuana can have on a person, and that marijuana can lead to abuse, not necessarily just over people of the ages of 21, but also younger, as we've seen with alcohol and nicotine. And it's also, while it's not physically dependent, it does represent a strong psychological dependence on marijuana.
As you said, there is no physical dependence as is, and those that are abusing the drug, that would abuse the drug when legal, are abusing it currently at a regular rate, meaning that they are already abusing it because it's so accessible to everyone out there. So legalizing it would just take away a lot of the legal problems, free up a lot of police work for the worst drugs, for the worst. So either, if kept at a higher rate of profit, would deem high profits for the government, or if they lowered it, would cut back the price significantly, leading to less crime.
Well, you're talking about decriminalization, and basically in America, there's already a de facto or criminalization here in America. Obviously, the next push would be to, put in state laws and federal laws that would, make it 100% decriminalized. But there should also be fines associated with it, because there's really marijuana absolutely, provides no benefit to our society. And just because it would, free up some police work doesn't mean that it should be legalized. I mean,
What benefit does alcohol serve to society?
Making murder illegal would free up a lot of, investigations and things like that. But it's not necessarily something.
Are you relating marijuana to murder?
I'm in the sense
marijuana
that
is
it's
never
a crime.
What?
In the sense that it's a crime.
Two completely different crimes on two completely different levels.
Well, give me one example of how marijuana benefits our society.
Give me one example how alcohol does. It's a little perk.
Exactly.
It's a little.
Exactly my point. The only reason why drugs like alcohol and nicotine are legal in today's society is because of the billions of dollars alcohol companies and cigarette companies put into lobbying on our government laws.
And also because millions of people need that factor of escapism to, escape reality, escape hardship and all that shit. And I think that's, I just think that's, personally, I think that's, a crutch. People should be able to get on with their lives without, resorting to alcohol or nicotine or marijuana, to give them that high in life. They should just do it, man. They should just get it over with and focus on what they have to do,
Okay, but you're accepting that they're used as a crutch. Why can't marijuana be used as a crutch? It serves many
Because the
benefits
use
in a
of the-
medicinal purpose. and
Well,
it
we'll
is-
get to medicinal purposes later.
Oh, okay, all right. It serves medicinal purposes. It also serves purpose to everybody who's using it currently. It is just a little, to get that high you were just talking about, an escape from reality that is so perfectly legal and legitimate when you look at alcohol, but when you do it with alcohol, it is more mind altering than what marijuana can do to you. Alcohol puts you at a worse state than marijuana does.
I don't know the validity of those facts, but I just have to say that, I'm sorry, what was your earlier point? You're saying with, repeat what you just said, I kind of forgot.
Okay, I just said that, it's used as a crutch to get that little high and
Oh,
it's
yes.
less.
The reason for using a crutch is completely something that we should not, look to. Like, using alcohol to couple with your problems. No one reasonable in society would believe that is an acceptable thing to do. And to legalize marijuana on that same basis is, ridiculous.
Well, what you said about how you kind of made the point that marijuana was some sort of way of affiliated with murder. Well, couldn't you also say the drunk alcoholic that beats his wife or goes out in a anger, rage, and kills somebody? Couldn't that be considered helping and aiding a murder due to the impairment of the person due to the alcohol?
Yeah, but then again, you never see a pusher on the street selling alcohol to children, selling it to.
No, because they ask their
despots.
brother, they ask their sister, they ask their cousin.
Exactly.
If you ask any kid that's 18 or 19, or college or in a dorm, if you ask any kid that's 18 or 19 if they had alcohol, they would say yes, like my brother bought it, my sister bought it, my cousin bought
You
it.
make a good point. Alcohol doesn't really contribute anything good to society, and frankly, in my opinion, it should be made illegal along with nicotine. Because they offer no, useful benefit to society. Name one thing that either marijuana, alcohol, or nicotine does towards society.
Medicinal purposes for marijuana.
We'll go into-
Let's get into that then.
Okay, let's go into it.
If I can do that.
Right now as it currently stands, actual marijuana that you would smoke is classified as a Schedule I drug, which means it has no medicinal purposes. However, there's two drugs. Let's see. Two drugs, dronabinol and navalone, which contain THC, the active ingredient in marijuana, which are currently legal. These drugs can be used for, AIDS wasting and people who want to get their appetite from,
Or cancer victims
Yeah.
that are going through chemotherapy and such.
There's currently drugs on the market that do similar things that marijuana does. However, since marijuana is classified as a Schedule I drug, it has not received the proper amount of testing to, get all the other chemicals that are in marijuana, the other cannabinoids. So I would actually, we are pro marijuana testing that would lead to new medical advances. So we can put those cannabinoids in a drug that would produce the same effect that smoking marijuana would produce. We believe that.
With less carcinogens and more of a medicinal factor that would be beneficial.
Yeah,